It's been 2 months since the last video like this dropped. Since those 2 months, many things have happened. One of those things being I got sick. This illness came out of the blue. You could even say it came out of the flu. Now that we're here, we can continue on. The last video we had was Eternal Consequence. If you want to check that out, if you want to check that one out, it's on my YouTube channel. Literally the last video I posted. Go check it out right now. But here we are with the next song, and this is the most popular song in the musical thus far. It's called What's Your Name? I'm Casey. What is this song about? It starts off with a kind of folk song. It starts off with something that, when you really get down to it, see, my approach from at least this angle is that it's like a folk song that people in the dark forest would sing. You know, you're all gathered by the fire, and someone would sing this, and it's for the kids, it's for the children to be kind of scared of going out when it's like wintry and cold, and things that often happen during the winter. The winter happens during the winter. Anyways, it was like a deterrent. You know, when you're a kid and, you know, your parents told you some scary stories or, you know, tried to really traumatize you and okay, maybe not everyone's childhood, but at least for me, this is so unrelated, but like my mom used to tell me there was someone called the Blue Man that if I went outside at night, he would come and find me. She didn't tell me what he'd do with me, but I was already scared of the fact that there's a man out there that's completely blue. This is so random, but like it's... Maybe you should talk with the police, I don't know. Anyways, it's kind of like that. They would tell these stories, you know, about how it's scary outside, and it was scary outside, because in the dark forest, in the Garden of Kasich, it's filled with terrors, especially on the island that is the garden. I don't speak about that often. This EP... Wow. This musical takes place on an island, and this island's big, it's massive, but it's called the Garden. But the Garden of Kasich is not just about this island, it's about the greater Avalonia, which is the continent. I've said too much. But yeah, what happens during these nights, people would say these songs, and you would feel the kind of hollowness, the fear, anxiety even, that something might be out there that you don't want to hear or see or anything like that. And the song starts off like this.
Winter wind is howling, someone's at your door. Keep your children safe inside, make sure they stay warm. Winter's yelling at me, I can't breathe. Oh.
Okay, I got a little too into it, but that first part is setting the scene, the tone, that you shouldn't be outside when this is happening. And then it cuts to the first lyric, winter's yelling at me, I can't breathe, which is someone outside during the winter. Clearly, this guy didn't listen in his childhood to not go outside, so he's outside now. The song itself speaks on a bigger, greater issue, that the dangers of the dark forest are always lurking around, especially this one figure that you hear towards the end that adventurers seem to find very often on long journeys and adventures. The song speaks of a radio show that was once in the dark forest, and it had two people on it. It had Richard Morling and Vanessa Morling. Richard Morling is a very big figure in the dark forest. Let me elaborate. So he was one of the first people that created a town known as Morlingtown. Wow, Richard Morling, Morlingtown. Great! But yeah, he was one of the first people who decided to make make home in the dark forest. Something a lot of people didn't do because it was very scary. But Richard, something you should know about Richard. Richard likes to get down and dirty. A lot of the things that he'd do aren't basic. They're on the darker side. Demonic even. if you catch my drift. And him and his wife who didn't really like Richard's hobbies, but because being a wife, she was witness to all of it. And
why are you texting me?
I forgot where I was, but because he was doing this demonic stuff in the Dark Forest, he got into the creepier side of the universe, you know? It's almost like in the universe, when you ask for something, it'll come. And if you ask for trouble, it'll come faster. It'll come faster. I'm leaving that in. All of his hobbies led him to having a life of pain and misery. Something that you should feel bad for, but you don't, because it's Richard Morling. And he was kind of an asshole to everyone around him. Even having sacrifices that involved animals, friends, enemies, other people. But I think the main important big point here is that Richard Morling, he got into things that other people, normal people, wouldn't get into at all. And because he's on his radio show, he's starting to describe it, but then it cuts. It cuts to a voice. This voice right here.
Oh, hi, sir. What's your name? You know you really shouldn't be out here in the rain. No, no, no. People go missing in the rain. Oh, yeah. I heard 4 people went missing in the rain. What a shame. 5 went missing in the rain.
That is the voice of Celt. Celt is a character. People don't know his origins. It's shrouded in mystery. Adventurers just claim that when they're on big adventures, he kind of pops out of the blue, and he seems to have maybe some powers that you can't really grasp. Here's one of the examples. He likes to play games. Some of the games he plays can affect people's bodies, minds, souls. It can change the fabric of reality. So he's clearly magical, and he's has some properties that make him powerful and even a little bit scary, which he is. But in this song, it's almost implying that he's the one taking people in the rain, and that might be true. I wouldn't find out though, so don't go out when it's raining to see if you find Celt, because it only ends bad. 4 people went missing in the rain, you find Celt now. Right, I think we understand what's going on. You know what the funny part is? I think, especially when I show my siblings, they don't realize that that's my voice that's doing that. I'm a voice actor. They don't realize that that's my voice, but 'tis my voice. It's my voice at the end of the day, right? Moving on. I think the beauty of this song is you get to be introduced to not only the Dark Forest and some of his customs, but some of the people there as well. Now, this main character who's getting robbed or getting taken, well, he's kind of an example. He's not someone of note. He could be, but he's missing now. It's showcasing that this town was filled with people who were up to no good, at least with Celt. With Richard Morling, you don't really realize it, but you know he's an important enough figure that he would end up on a radio show. So it begs the question, who really is Richard Morling? And these questions are important because in the current, timeline of the garden, he's should be in his like 90s or 80s or something, but no one knows where this old man is, if he's even alive. It's rumored that he might have been dead. It's also rumored that his wife is still out there wandering. Who really knows what Richard Morling is? It feels like one of those crime documentaries, you know what I mean? In the late 1900s, it was reported that this old man was found lurking in the shadows. Some still believe that he's in those same shadows. I've said shadow 2 times now. That's 3 times. I guess it's my turn to lurk in the shadows. Why do they use this voice when they're talking in this manner? And why does it work? Because I'm always engaged in what happens when you meet whoever they're talking about in these videos. I don't think I can stop now because the example I gave is too effective. Find out in the next episode of... But yeah, it's a song that's first a fucking banger. It's amazing. Second of all, it shows people go missing in the rain. People have trouble adventuring in the Dark Forest, especially when it's nighttime or the wind's howling. or Seltz howling. Or if you find an old man howling, that's probably Richard Morling, and he's probably up to no good. Maybe he just needs a hug. I won't be the one to do it, though. You be the one to do it. Thank you for watching the video. Here's a little recap. If there's nothing there, I got too lazy and just watched the other videos that I have on this. It's the last 3 videos. 4 videos. It's 4 videos. But to recap, there's Dark World, there's The Dawn, there's Runaway, there's Eternal Consequence, and now there's this, What's Your Name? And the next videos I'm going to be making will be coming hopefully weekly or twice a week, depending on if I'm feeling freaky. Well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a comment down below what you guys think of Richard Morling and Selt even. Oh, hi there. Or whatever you said, right? And if you did enjoy, please consider subscribing. Actually, please subscribe. You know, the thing is, I'm at 200 something subscribers, and I want to get to 10,000. So right now, please. No, subscribe if you enjoyed yourself. If you didn't, leave a hate comment. I would really appreciate it, just to let me know all my flaws and insecurities, because I think the best part of that is I get the dread. But yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a comment. If you didn't, leave a comment. And if you know my address, put it down. Don't like and subscribe and thank you for watching. I've been Kasich. Of course, I've been Kasich. Outros are hard. I'll see you in the next video, which is gonna be my crown, and it's talking about the character Emrys Finnegan. Good character. Peace out. Bye.
Whispering to willows who might know you by your name, followed by a fellow who might want to know the same. So if you go out smiling, you might come back smiling pain. Oh, what a shame, 5 went missing in the rain.